Game podcast, the place where we dive deep into the challenges we face in the digital world and how they impact our lives, relationships, and mental well-being. I'm your host, Austin, and today we've got an important topic to discuss: cyberbullying. With the rise of social media and the digital age, bullying doesn't stop when the school bell rings or when you leave the office. It follows us everywhere, and it can be difficult to avoid. Today, I'm joined by Radin, a digital safety advocate and someone who is passionate about raising awareness about online harassment. Radin, welcome to the Mind Game podcast.
Thank you for having me on the show, Austin. I'm excited to talk about something that's such a global issue in today's world.
Absolutely. So let's get straight to it. Radin, can you give a little insight into what cyberbullying is?
Of course. So, cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target someone else. This includes harmful messages, posting personal information, and mean comments that focus on persons' like gender, religion, race, or even sexual orientation. In several places around the world, this counts as discrimination, possibly involving police if the situation escalates. Cyberbullying accounts for 1/5 of the bullying in today's world, and 90% of kids have already witnessed a form of cyberbullying. It is easier to commit than other forms of bullying, since the bullying doesn't have to target or confront someone in real life. Plus, the bullying typically remains anonymous, my bad.
Yeah, that anonymity factor is huge. It makes people feel like they can say anything without consequences. Before we dive deeper into how we stop cyberbullying, let's take a look at why people commit cyberbullying in the first place. Radin, in your experiences, what motivates someone to bully others online?
There's a lot of factors that would motivate someone to bully someone online, such as the large anonymity factor. Being anonymous emboldens your behavior and can make you feel a need for power or control. Other factors include revenge for a friend or jealousy of another person. Also, peer pressure can influence someone's behavior online, however, the main reason for cyberbullying or bullying in general is because bullies have been bullied before.
That's a really important point, man. A lot of people don't realize that bullies have their own problems or have been hurt in the past. It's kind of like a cycle. Bullies try to relieve their pain by projecting it onto others. This sort of behavior can be harmful not only to the recipient, but to the person doing the bullying as well. So let's get into the effects and impact of cyberbullying. We know that they're quite devastating, but how exactly do they affect the person on the receiving end?
So the effects of cyberbullying can take a toll on someone else's well-being. The first thing that comes to mind is mental health. Victims of cyberbullying often experience sadness, anxiety, depression, in extreme cases, suicidal thoughts. And a big challenge with cyberbullying in general is that it's constant. It doesn't stop at a school or work. People can be attacked 24/7, anytime in the night, anytime in the day, and this harassment can also affect their confidence and self-esteem.
Yeah, that's really tough for a lot of people. It makes it difficult to cope with stress, and it feels like you're stuck in an inescapable room. I know. Other than these short-term effects, there must be some long-term effects as well, like how cyberbullying affects someone's academic performance or their career. Radin, can you explain a little on how these long-term effects play a role in someone's life?
Sure, absolutely. So the long-term effects of cyberbullying can be more than emotional. It can be significantly reduced reduce their academic performance, including they might not be able to concentrate in class, so that leads to declining grades or reluctance to join or participate in different activities. According to Cyberbullying Research Center, which is where I work at, 64% of those cyberbullied express that it affects their ability to learn and stay safe at school. For older individuals who may have a job, it may lead to declining production, avoiding group activities, or even quitting the job if necessary. This constant stress can lead to mental health problems or mental health illness, significantly affecting someone else's well-being.
Yeah, this constant harassment builds up over time, preventing any positive experiences to an individual, whether they're at school, work, home, or in a relationship. Nevertheless, let's move on to our last section. We've already talked about cyberbullying, methods, reasons for cyberbullying, and the negative effects. But what can we do about it? What steps can we take, both individually and as a community, to stop this issue from spreading further?
That's a good question, Austin. So the first step is probably to spread awareness in your community. People must recognize that this is a global issue and not just some kids like banter. It's important to report any form of cyberbullying to a trusted adult, whether it's your parent, your guardian, or your teacher, or even your principal. I know some people don't like their principals. So some online platforms already have an application to report cyberbullying or other harmful online methods. So that's important to identify bullies and prevent them from causing any more trouble.
I agree. Awareness is key. But what about educating others, especially younger audiences?
Educating. Okay, so educating is crucial to prevent the issue. I think schools need to educate people or students about digital citizenship, including what is acceptable and what is not. We need to have open discussions. About communicating respectfully, recognizing harmful behaviors, and knowing when to speak up. To add, teaching them about privacy settings and how to report and or block certain people from causing harm or different platforms. It appears that already 84% of students are reportedly seeing someone get cyberbullied and stand up, which is a great start.
Yeah, that's a great start indeed. Well, that's a wrap for this episode. Thank you, Radin, for sharing your insights about the global issue of cyberbullying.
I thank you for having me, Austin. Hopefully, we'll see some progress after this episode.
And to our viewers, thanks for tuning into this episode of the Mind Game Podcast. I'm your host, Austin, and we'll see you next time.